Have you ever gotten a text late at night by one of your friends that just made you sigh? Here, I have an example. This guy sends a picture of a couple graphics cards and says, "I heard you like computers. Should've waited for the 1440s, man." 1440s? Yeah, they're coming out within the next few months. You're talking a GPU? I don't think I've ever heard of it. I got the 1070 Ti because this is the lowest prices you're gonna get. They're supposed to slowly rise again. Yes, they are GPUs. They're gonna play games at 1440 instead of 1080. I'm sure I don't have to explain this, but I will anyway. The GTX 1080 wasn't named the 1080 because it can only play games at 1080p. By that logic, 4K gaming wouldn't exist. Graphics cards have been able to exceed 1080p for a long time now, and I feel like I'm patronizing you guys for even having to explain this, but then again, welcome to Console Peasant Quotes. What's the difference between the Intel i5 2.8 GHz processor and AMD's FX 4300 3.8 GHz processor? I don't know much about CPUs, so please help? Thanks. Well, to start, the 2.8 versus 3.8 is the speed. Intel and AMD are very different, but if you wanted something fast, AMD is the best way to go. It's more math than just computer tech speak, so from a math perspective, AMD is better. Though Intel makes great processors, so does AMD, so it's all up to what you need and what you want. Okay, that may be partially true, but if you're looking for processors based on nothing but gigahertz, you're gonna end up lost, and AMD isn't always the best way to go. I'll keep this short, but if you're looking for a processor, the things you're going to want to look for are clock speed, core and thread count, and what series it's in. This last one's also known as chipset or socket. When it comes to deciding between AMD and Intel, all you're going to want to do is compare the two processors you're looking for and see which one does what you'd like it to do the fastest. If we based our CPU choice solely on how fast it was clocked, then everyone would still be using AMD's FX 9590 Vishra from 2013. So this guy tweets out to this little streamer, "Ask Epic Games when does Fortnite come out for Android?" Acting like Epic just throws informations at content creators? Putting Fortnite in Android is like putting Fortnite on Xbox 360, Lamau. Then why the f*** they put it on iOS? A majority of Android phones power over the iPhone. iOS is one software. They have to program Fortnite for multiple softwares to put it on Android. What? Good lord, you didn't even try. There are children who make crummy little Android games and post them on the Google Play Store for everyone to download. Stolen ports of Apple software pops up all the time. Are you seriously telling me that Epic Games, a multi-million-dollar company, doesn't have the ability to handle one port? No, it's not that they can't, they made a deal with Apple, it's that simple. PUBG and Hello Neighbor did the same thing. It's kind of weird though how Android phones are starting to centralize themselves around gaming, and we can't seem to get these bigger titles on our phones. Someone really needs to fix that or these gaming phones are going to be worthless. The whole reason there's a PC-Mac debate is because everyone has different definitions of superior. Some people value pure computing power, while others place value more into thoughtful hardware and software design. So logically speaking, there is no right answer, just do you and stop trying to persuade others to your opinions. I can almost understand that, but here's the problem I have. If I could build my own computer with a design of my choice, an operating system of my choice, hell, I could install any Linux kernel and make my own operating system, and I can do all of that for less money, then I'd say yes, that's the superior way to go. However, if superior meant spending tons of money on something I could have built for cheaper and personalized based on what I like, then yeah, Apple has superior machines. If you don't know, high field of view makes your game lag. It happens in any game with FOV settings. Oh my goodness, look at that lag! Minecraft lag, CSGO lag, oh no wait, there's no lag? On a serious note, the reason people pull the FOV back is so they can see more of their surroundings. This typically doesn't cause any hitching so long as you have a graphics card at all, and for people like me who suffer from motion sickness, a wider field of view makes games playable. I've probably pulled the FOV back in every game I've ever played on PC, and not once have I run into any problem because of it. It's funny how pissy people get about field of view though. EA doesn't deserve this much hate. No, seriously, EA created a ton of popular games like Battlefield, Crysis, A Way Out, blah 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 blah, and the list continues. EA doesn't deserve this much hate just because some microtransactions that you can easily ignore. Yeah, you can't credit a crappy product because the company made good products in the past. That'd be like if CD Projekt Red came out and made this. I mean, sure, it's a competent enough game, but imagine if people bought this and then started saying, "Come on guys, don't you remember The Witcher 3? All I'm saying is if you don't criticize something you love, it can't get better. And if you're one of the people who do this, then you need to stop calling yourself a fan of that company, because all you're doing is hurting it by supporting that crap. PC sucks. Better than your PS4 though. Yeah, but you don't have to wait 2 hours to put a disc in the hard drive. What? Every so often there's one quote that just leaves me speechless. I don't even know how to reply to this one. Do you use a mechanical keyboard or computer? I use a mechanical computer. Mechanical keyboards are nice and all, but there's just something about that feeling you get when you plug your USB into a mechanical computer. Console contains more detailed control, but I can't really say anything because if someone has been using only PC, using console would be almost impossible for him. I can't let this be an episode where I don't know what to say, but I mean, come on. More detailed control? How do you come up with that? Fine then, my PC has more elemental precision. You can't just throw crap together and hope it's right. That's what flat earth theory is for. Barry, don't you think the Xbox One X outperform a $600 to $800 gaming PC? Not because of the amazing hardware, but because most games will be optimized for the Xbox One X? This is a good question, and to an extent you're on the right track. Optimization is a word that's just thrown around and it doesn't seem to be explained that much, but every video game should be optimized. It doesn't matter the platform, and though console games can be optimized easier, it doesn't mean the game will be better. Most of the time the PC version of a game is better, and then there are times the developers did a lazy job and we get upset about that. Do I think the Xbox One X can outperform a $600 to $800 PC? Well, maybe. But I think it would be more likely that the person bought a crappy scam computer, and that's the reason more so than it being optimized. Dumbass. The CPU has integrated graphics. You do not need a GPU. Please research before you speak. I can guarantee I know more about computers than you. No, this has to be a troll. There's no way someone makes a statement like that and then claims to know what a computer even is, let alone that they know more than anyone else. As far as making crap up though, nobody tends to do it better than Hollywood, and you guys seem to like this part last time, so let's take a look at a few more TV show tech blunders.
Never seen encryption like this before. I've been trying to extract her private key, but this thing has more logic bombs in it than Stuxnet. I mean, if we're not super careful, we could easily destroy it. Whoa, what the hell are you doing?
Why interrogate the prisoner when you can just look inside her brain? We'll scan the data as read-only, then search the disk image to extract the key.
Bypassing all the logic bombs.
I thought you said this was going to be hard.
Nope, it's soft. Everything about it is soft. I'm soft. Logic bumps? Everyone's just standing around all impressed like she said something meaningful. Meanwhile, I'm cringing every time I see this scene.
Okay, now, the PS4 is more angular and sleek looking.
No way!
It's true. But the larger size of the Xbox One may keep it from overheating.
You wouldn't want your gaming system to overheat?
No, well, you absolutely would not.
So this one's not so bad other than just being a big ad in the middle of the Big Bang Theory, but I did wonder why he wanted a console so bad, since he does have a decent PC, doesn't he? Ah, gross, it's an Alienware. This whole show is just an ad for normie products. Also, apparently artifacting in a dead GPU means the entire PC is dead? I don't know, but I feel like I should move on. Too many people like this show, and if I talk smack about it much longer, I'll probably never hear the end of it. Big Bang Theory's a crappy show. What? What did you say, what?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh, another one of these Rubik's Cube hackers. Look, Mom, I'm hacking.
We can't help him if we can't find him.
Hey, Mac. He's posting on his blog.
For weeks, I've been investigating the cabbie killer murders with a certain morbid fascination.
This is in real time.
I'll create a GUI interface using Visual Basic. See if I can track an IP address.
I'll create a GUI interface using Visual Basic? And this will help you track an IP? Let me explain this. I want you to open Google Chrome and hit F12. Let's pretend this coding here is basic. This is the code, this is the GUI. Neither of these things make gathering an IP address easier. If anything, you're just wasting time making the interface all pretty. I'm done with this. I think if I cringe one more time, I'm going to turn into a raisin. See you next time, Hollywood. I can't believe the number of people who overlook a unified community. Tom gets a PS4, Tom gets 5 games. He already has a friends list for all 5 games. Dick gets a PC. Dick gets 5 games. Dick has to get an Origin account, a Blizzard account, a Steam account. Insert proprietary poison of choice amongst each and every friend. It's ironic how you use the word overlook. See, even if this was the case 100% of the time, all the options you mentioned here are free. If you wanted multiple options, you have to purchase hundreds of dollars worth of consoles. If I want EA's games, I just download Origin for free. Where's the issue again? Power doesn't even matter here. They said this one has the highest quality pixels we've ever seen, so we can't even compare it to anything up to this point, even high-end PCs, because so far everything used the same boring low-quality pixels. It's just the next step in gaming evolution. Higher quality pixels? Game developers can't just design higher quality pixels, it's just solely based around the TV you have. That'd be like saying if I bought a fish from my aquarium that makes the glass look clear. Doesn't matter how dirty and scratched up that thing is, that fish makes all the difference. It just doesn't work that way. If you prefer AMD over Intel, you're worse than a peasant.
I'm back as a peasant. I'm still a peasant. Got an AMD. Gaming on PC. Guess I'm still a peasant.
I'll take a stable 30 FPS Destiny with lots of action over 60 FPS with nothing to shoot. What? Yeah, what? I don't know about you, but I have yet to play a game that has less gameplay because my resolution or frame rate was higher. That's just ignorant hate for something you seem not to even understand. If you can find me one game that does that, it won't even matter because I'll just show you every other game in history that doesn't, which is all of them. True gamers don't care what you play on. Exactly, go on. Fanboys dedicate themselves to one console. Yes, precisely, this guy's got it. Nazis play on PC. Okay, wait, I missed something somewhere. We made a really big jump, and I'm not sure where it happened, but this guy was right on all other accounts, so I guess I just believe him? I'm pretty sure Nazis have better things to do than just play video games, but what do I know? Maybe they relish in the murder of their friends in Wolfenstein and Nazi zombies. Seems likely to me. Actually, retard, the PC monitor has more lag than the TV, which is why games on PC have to be at higher FPS than on console. Have you ever looked up the response time on a TV compared to a monitor? You may want to Google what that means real quick and then take another look at your statement, because the one major difference between monitors and TV is that monitors are designed with latency in mind. It's almost the exact opposite of what you said, if only you were a little more correct about any of it. So this guy posts, I built my Retropie a few hours before my flight. This was the first thing I did when I got to my hotel room. This guy comments, everything on that SD card will become corrupted over time. Is this an analogy to humans, or are you just upset because you can emulate all those games on a 2x2-inch device? Want to see something really cool? Let me guess, all this info will be corrupt over time? How about instead of getting upset, you do it too? It's easy, a lot of fun, and you don't make salty comments on people's happy posts anymore. They think everyone has an Xbox controller at home. No, never. I will never buy a controller because I think it doesn't belong at a PC. A controller is a device for the consoles. PC, keyboard, and mouse, greater than controller consoles. Consoles are the new cancer of this world, if you ask me. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I would never play Dark Souls, Rocket League, Cuphead, Okami, Neo, Brothers of Tale 2 Sons on anything but a controller. Don't get me wrong, some of those games I could play on keyboard and mouse. I could do the same with Ori and the Blind Forest or Hellblade, but every so often there's a game I just prefer to play on controller, and it doesn't devalue the platform. In fact, the very ability to use any controller you want to on this platform makes it more appealing. But you can just stay a closed-minded elitist and I'll enjoy my games the way I like, thank you. So I'm getting tired of parents these days. Instead of being actual parents, they just sit their kids in front of a console and hope the box will parent them. Then when their kids play too much video games, the parents complain that they're not getting their schoolwork done. It's ridiculous. The reason I bring this up is because today I have an ending clip from a mother who was contacted by media outlets because she, quote, lost her children to Fortnite. Enjoy.
For some parents, Fortnite's popularity is now a cause for concern.
I mean, I just love this game. It's great.
Amy Selling says her kids are so caught up in the game, she sometimes won't see them for hours after school.
They downloaded it around November, December. Around that time, I guess that's when they slowly started to disappear.
She wrote about her experience in a blog titled, How I Lost My Children to Fortnite. The post garnering big response from other parents across the country.
Everyone's sort of struggling with the same thing. How much time do we let our children actually play this where they're not fighting and they think they've had enough time and I'm not the bad guy?
And it's not only Fortnite. Just this year, in a controversial decision, the World Health Organization officially recognized gaming disorder as a mental health issue. The American Academy of Pediatrics advises parents to place consistent limits on screen time, making sure it doesn't take the place of adequate sleep, physical activity, and other behaviors essential to health.